hear them here. And my hair is this big because of the first thing that's on the topic. It's called mountain rain. And this is what you get when you have curly hair and you're in the mountains.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's Jana's phone.
Hang on.
Sarah's in Wales this week.
They're camping.
All right. Hey, my cousin Cindy was the first to leave a chat. How cool is that? Love you, Cindy. And I got your text about chapters 1 and 2. Thank you, my darling. Cheryl, I am so sorry to hear about the terrible storms and that one of the employees got struck by lightning. That's just heartbreaking. I hope that they're okay. Kathy Decree is in the house. Brenda Whitlock, hello, my darling. Let's see. Christina, Nomadic Stina, who gets to go camping on Sunday. Woo! Yeah, my heart is with Cheryl, Pup Camper 58's co-worker. I hope that they are okay. Hey, Richard, good to see you. And Richard, thank you for sending me your mailing address. I haven't gone to the post office. I'm the world's worst about mailing stuff. That's why I can never do mail to order on my books, because it's just, did you get me freshen my drink up?
I did.
Oh, I asked her to get my drink out of the, can y'all hear the thunder? Can you hear it? If you can't hear it, I'll go to the bed. Sammy can hear it. Here she comes off the bed. If you can't hear it, I'll go stand by the door. But anyway, Richard, I haven't gotten it out to you, but I will. Pearl, hello, my darling. I sure do miss you. And yes, Granny Bear and Gus, I know it is hot in Texas. I talked to my cousins there in Central Gulf Coast, Texas, almost every day, and I know how hot it is there. And then, Richard, didn't you say it's like 118 where you are in Arizona? That's just crazy. Hi, Susan Jack. Good to see you. Do drop in. Good to see you. Linda, currently in Texas. Greetings from hot and steamy coastal Texas. She is neighbors with my cousins, Cindy and Mike. And Do Drop In, of course, is in Tennessee, who's also been having, Tennessee and Kentucky's been hard hit. Yay, Megan says it's finally working for her. Glad to hear that. Can y'all hear it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we were going to be outside tonight, but obviously we are not. And so my hair will probably be this wide by the time the what is this called? Live stream is over. Jana, you said you were cold. You want me to turn this fan off?
No.
Okay.
Just
I'll put it on low.
On you.
Yeah, I'll turn it low and put it on me.
Yes, I said it was cold. I was cold.
She's cold, yes. Jenna said she was cold. The rain has cooled it down here in the mountains. We're at about 8,000 feet, 7,500 feet, somewhere around in there. 7,800 actually, I think, split the difference. But, and the rain has cooled the mountain air down to like 78. So, no.
67.
67? No. Yeah, I don't believe her. I mean, I believe her because it's Jana, but. Oh my gosh, yeah. Look, can I show them? So y'all look, she be honest jamming right there. 65 degrees, but we do have severe thunderstorm mornings. So we brought everything in and we are inside. Thank you, Jenna. 65. Right? I don't need this stinking fan. And my battery is down to 12.9 because it's been cloudy for 2 days and now it's raining and it's like, But when we hang up, I'll start my, I know it's not good for your alternator, but I'll start my engine. Oh, listen to that. I just love it. Bandit and Sammy, not so much, but we love it. Because it's a nice shower. It's not anything dangerous. I feel bad for the people that have had really, really bad weather. Let's see, gonna catch up with comments. Hi, Robin Mallory, good to see you. Chris Durbin, good to see you. You pay to get your hair to do this? I know, I am so blessed. You know, in the 70s when Cher's straight hair was in, this wasn't so much fun. but I love it these days. I'm very grateful for my hair. I got it from my daddy, my birth daddy on the Dickinson side. Bless you. And so, yeah, now it's raining and getting cloudy, and so Jenna's going to start sneezing. We turned on all the lights in the RV because it was so dark, even though it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. Oh, pup camper, no worries. We're staying inside and we're staying safe. And I'm just so sorry that happened. And I'm glad you're okay, but let us know how your co-worker is doing. And boy, it's really pouring rain now. Let's see, Jacqueline Burrell, good to see you. In Plattsburgh, New York, hoping Vermont stays dry. Yeah, Vermont could use some dry weather. Our weather's just been crazy nationwide. Hey Sue, good to see you on here, Susan O. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at KOKO Fest. KOKO Fest 2023 is November 6th through 11th this year at City of Rock State Park. You can Google KOKO Fest 2023 on my YouTube channel and see the video all about it, or you can join the KOKO Fest 2023 Facebook group and learn about it. But I believe we still have openings, and I know that people are willing to share, so there is still room. If you guys are interested, I hope that you will check that out and join us. It is a fun week of wonderful people just hanging out together, and we do fun things, and we have cast iron cook-off, and we're going to be doing some more fun things. And this year we have scientists that are coming, astronomers that are going to do a star party for us privately for just our group, and so that's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, that wasn't on the title for tonight, but I hope that y'all will check it out. And I just got fat fingered and hit something that I don't think I should have, so if I blocked somebody, I didn't mean to. Let's see. AB on the road, good to see you. Oh, good. That'll be so great, Monty, to see your shirt. Kelly shared a picture of hers, and it was just adorable. I love seeing everybody's in their KOKO Fest 2023 t-shirts. And Betsy Power is the one that took the picture that's on this year's t-shirt, and so that's always fun too. Let's see. Robin says it's hot and dry in New Orleans. Isn't it usually? Well, no, I guess it rains there on New Orleans. In fact, not one time, I've been there several times, but one time that I was there, I took the paddle boat, and we all had to stay inside. Not paddle boat. Well, yeah, paddle boat. The big paddle on the end of it, and and it's multi-decker, and you can eat and everything, but it became a gully washer, and we all had to stay inside. So it wasn't exactly like it was supposed to be, but it was still great. Oh, power outage in Michigan. Stay safe, Megan. Yes, Susan, I know you do need the cool in Albuquerque. Phoenix needs it too, and the rain. Yeah, it's getting cold. Did you go get a jacket?
I did.
Good for you.
Want your jacket?
No, I don't want a jacket. That is one thing. Jen and I have a lot in common, but our body temperatures, not so much. She is always cold, and I am always hot.
I grabbed your hoodie.
Yeah, she has my hoodie on inside. Yeah, it's cold. It's getting down in the 60s already.
You think you should close your door?
Oh yeah, my door's wide open. I'm gonna show them. So Jenna's going out to close my door because it's wide open, and y'all can see the rain. I've just been enjoying listening to the rain and the thunder, and yeah, and it's nice, but like she said, the door's getting wet. So she went out to change that for me. Thank you, Jenna. I did just right over my head. I just didn't even connect with that. Judith Williamson. Judith, I always want to say Williamson. Hi, Bando. What are you smelling, bub? Judith Williams Hudson. See my hair? It's all clean and fluffy because of hot water. Oh, and the rain. But yeah, this is so awesome. And Cody White Wolf, Judy Stewart, everybody, good to see you. Lexington, Kentucky. I love Lexington, Kentucky. I used to have a friend that was a professor at the university there, and went a couple of times to visit, and love that area. And I especially love the library there in Lexington, up on the hill. Oh, just gorgeous. Trying to catch up. So, Cody says it's sunny in Virginia. Susan says they got the clouds and the wind, but no rain there. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Jana, you put up the link to KOKO Fest. Thank you.
Well, to the events page. Yeah.
To the events page. Good, great. Yeah, do drop in. The Star Party is going to be such fun. I just can't wait. And they said that if for some reason there is cloud coverage, which there's not supposed to be that night, and they're astronomers, so they know, but they said they've got something else planned for us that's star related and going to be fun. So, okay, so Pup Camper 58 says that she's not sure about the state park employee where she is camp hosting that got hit with lightning today because she went to the hospital by ambulance. Well, our love and prayers are with her and her or him and their family, Pup Camper. As you so much.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I might want to switch it
I
out
thought
with
that
this.
was lightning.
So one of my, I'm using 12-volt lights because I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but I'm using 12-volt lights, and I'm sorry that it's kind of off, but because it's dark outside because of the rain, and we're dry docking at a state park. We don't have electricity, and one of the 12-volt lights just went off, and it scared Jenna because she thought it was lightning hitting the house. So hi Beth, Midnight Run Kennel, good to see you. Yeah, Judith, I know a lot of people need rain and a lot of people have gotten too much. This one's plugged in. Change it out with this one and it'll charge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so I know a lot of people are. Do drop in. I love my kitchen improvements. Between having hot water and a new countertop and Jana painting, my home is just like rocking. It's crazy. So sorry, I know everybody, it looks like I'm in a Halloween movie because everything's, all the lights. I know, you ought to see it. Wait till you see it, Jana. But she's let me show them what you've got. Are you done with it? So this is we call
as bright as that one.
Well, it hasn't charged, so we call these Leslie lights. You can switch it out with the one over the sink if you want, and they're just a tube, not just a tube, but they're by Alpha Home. You can go to my Amazon store, go to Amazon and Debra Dickinson, and you will see all of these. Huh? That one's dead too?
Yeah.
What the hell have I been doing? The one over my bed I know isn't. Okay. Anyway, you can get these in, and they just plug by 12-volt USB. It's a male part on this end, and then it's a USB on the other end, and so it's real easy to charge. And they have multiple lights.
Woo.
Ow, that was bright. And you can make it dim. See it? Is it going dim? Yeah, there. You can make it go dim, and you can have different colored lights and then flashing. But I'm going to make this bright so Jenna can put it over there on her side. So anyway, that's what we were talking about when we were like, the lights went out. They didn't really. It just, I haven't been very diligent about charging them because I am working on getting used to keeping my Starlink running. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Oh, Sarah says they're having heavy rains tomorrow in South Wales. Hi, Bandit. You trying to say, I can't show people you because you're short. Can you stand up for a little bit and say hi? You don't have to. Okay, thank you. You can stay there. He's being needy because of the rain. All right, I'm going to catch up with comments again. Let's see. Oh, I think I went way too far back. I've already read all these. Sue says it's 81 in Denver, cooler than it has been. That's where my trusty and bestie David lives, and he hadn't told me it was that hot there. Judy Stewart, I think I said hi, but if not, hello. Let's see. I think I'm caught up. I don't know. Hang on, I'll get there. I'm sorry to just be sitting here reading while y'all are watching me scroll and read. Pup Camper can't wait to show off my purple 2023 KOKO Fest t-shirt because she posted, I don't remember if it was on KOKO Fest 2023 Facebook page or not, but she posted, what color do y'all think my shirt is? And she put it in a colored box, put the text in a colored box, and I thought the box was pink, and I'm like, pink? She goes, no, it's purple. Oh, Beth said they had the storms come through Mississippi. Oh my goodness. Granny Bear and Gus you had to turn the AC off in Texas? No, where are you? I can't remember where you are. Fergal says not a curl on my hand. You're getting some curl. We talked about that the other day. You got this one area that's curling. Yeah. We don't know why. Oh, Michael is asking Sarah. I hope you saw that, Sarah. My cousin Mike is asking. He did? He answered? Okay. She answered? Okay. Thank you, Dewdrop In. Yes, I am so very, very blessed. I see that. She says they're on the coast now. So I'm caught up now. So I think my first topic was mountain rain, which y'all have gotten to see that and hear that firsthand. But it has been... I mean, in the mountains, the weather's always kind of unpredictable, and you can just about, not always, but just about count on getting an afternoon shower, very light. But this one's supposed to last for a while, and I have my windows open, but I don't think it's coming in hard enough to just cut straight down and a nice shower. And my windows are open too. Yeah, and so we're good so far, and just really enjoying this weather. And so anyway, I just wanted to share that we had really hoped to be sitting outside. Maybe we'll still be here next Friday, and so maybe next Friday we can sit outside underneath the mountain, and you can see the beautiful mountain that we're parked right at the base of. It's just gorgeous. I shared pictures with my patrons of it, and I'm amazed. Hey Letty, good to see you on here. Thank you. And Beth, that's so sweet. She's saying while Deborah's scrolling, make sure you hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Yes, every little bit helps, and appreciate the thumbs up. Letty, are you still in Bama? And what is your weather like there? So yeah, Cheryl, I'm not sure Lori wanted that public. But anyway, yes, she's a sweetheart, and she doesn't feel like it's anything, and her doctors don't think it is either. They're just being extra cautious, and she's been seeing them for a few weeks. So Sarah said, Mike says, makes me wish we were back around coastal Lisbon. Yeah, I know. Anywhere is better than that heat that you guys have been having, Mike. Oh, Letty says she's in Bama and it is hot. Oh my goodness. So you don't get an ocean breeze that helps, Letty? Because I know you're right by the ocean. I mean, I know you have to go down the blocks to it, but I was hoping that being near the ocean would make it cooler there for you, but I was wondering about that. Thanks for letting me know. So let's see. Did we want to say anything else about the rain? Oh, Jana I've been writing in the mornings. I want to finish book 3 of the trilogy. Book 2 hasn't come out yet. It's at the publishers now. But I want to finish book 3 by the end of this month so that I can get it out pretty quickly behind book 2. Because you guys had to wait a long time, 7 or 8 months for book 2. Almost a year by the time it comes out. Yeah, Pup Camper, it's okay. No worries. But I've been writing in the mornings to try to get this book done. And Jana got to go fishing today while I was writing, and she caught 2 trout and at one of our favorite places to go to down here on the river.
Yeah, I had a shorts come out.
Oh yeah, that's right. So y'all go to Frugal RV Gal's channel and watch her shorts that came out, and you can see the little river right here off of our campground where we go fishing. She did a great job of showing it to you in her shorts today, and be sure you give her a thumbs up when you do. And Christine Cooper said she had heat exhaustion last Saturday. Oh my goodness, that can be really tough. I'm glad you're better now. Arthur Leslie, good to see you. Yes, Sarah's telling Michael they're talking about the heat and places worldwide. And yes, scientists are saying that collectively, worldwide, planet Earth, this is the hottest month on record. And again, that's collectively because so many places at one time are having just horrible, horrible heat wave. And over 40 degrees Celsius. Dewdrop In says she's loving the YouTube shorts, Jana.
Good.
Yeah. Here, can you talk to him for a minute?
Yeah.
Oops. Maybe not. Sammy's on the floor. Bandit's on the counter there, but Sammy's on the floor. And I was hitting her with my tripod.
YouTube shorts. Well, that's something, I mean, I guess it's kind of, to me, it's experimental because it's new to YouTube and it's trying to compete with TikTok and Reels and all those other names I can never, Reels and some, there's TikTok and Reels, but anyway, so I think it's, some people hate Reels and some people love Reels, and sometimes you can just get off into the scrolling of Reels and see some funny stuff and things like that. But I've been experimenting with them, just trying to see if it helps my channel or hurts my channel. So, and I did 60 Reels. I did 2 months, 60 Reels or shorts. Oh, wrong. Yeah, shorts. So I did 2 months every day, and I gained 100 subscribers.
100. You want 1,000. We want to get you up there.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get to 6,000 subscribers, but I've been at this number for like, I don't know,
I think
7
7
months.
is what you're trying to get to, isn't it? No?
No.
No. She says, I know my channel.
Well, no, because sometimes I'll
mess it
misquote.
up.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm at, I don't know.
And this is Jenna's raincoat for her to go home and
Yeah.
her umbrella.
Yeah, because it's going to be raining when I leave here. So
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You ready?
Thank you for doing that.
that's a little bit on shorts.
Yeah, that's a little bit on shorts right there. I don't think this is going to work. Here, Sam, just hold my tripod for me, would you, baby girl?
Can you lay
Oh, I feel so bad. She was so resting so good.
There you go.
Yes, that was a big time investment for her. Robin says she really enjoyed the shorts. 2 for you too. And what are we gonna eat? What are we gonna eat?
What are we going to eat?
Your glasses?
Yeah, I've got my sunglasses. Oh, look.
They're on your knee. That's where everybody keeps their glasses. You know how you take them off and you just put them on your leg and you know. Yeah, that is great. That's awesome. And yesterday, Jana made chicken fajitas in the Dutch oven on coals. Oh my goodness, it was so, so, so good. It was just really good. What's my next topic? I'm so glad y'all are here with us tonight. Thank you.
Boondocking.
Yeah, we're boondocking. So you already got a taste of that with the lights when one of my lights went out because I haven't been charging them like I normally do. I rotate one at a time and just keep them charged so that I always have light in my RV. And I just love those Leslie lights. They're by Alpha Home. We call them Leslie lights because our friend Leslie introduced us to them. That's not really their name. If you go to my Amazon store, and look for them. Don't look for Leslie lights, because that's not really what they're called.
On the Lucy lights.
Yeah, it's a play, our play on the Lucy lights, right, because everybody likes Lucy lights. She's scared, Mama. Hey, here's her blanket. Hang on, you guys. I need to take care of Sammy. She's like displaced.
Oh, is this your blanket?
Here's your blanket, darling. So I have one of my blankets that has become just one of her favorites, and it's like her comfy bunny, and so we just put it on the floor, and she's all happy now. Let's see if I can show y'all. Hang on.
She likes leopard.
I don't think I can.
Leopard print.
Leopard print. Oops, my dongle's hanging down. There. Sammy, is that better?
She says, yeah, and my toy box is right next to me.
I can't get it. Oh, now I'm knocking stuff off. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, no, I don't want you to see my messy house. Because I've been writing and I haven't been doing a very good job of keeping house. But anyway, so it's a little bit cluttered. But yes, you can hear the rain. Isn't it? I just love it. Sammy's such a good girl. Mike says, oh, my blanket. Yeah, that she's fine now that she has her blankie, and I didn't even get Bandit his bed. And yeah, so Jana's so sweet. She's gonna go get it. Yeah, thank you. He's looking at you. Can y'all see him? He's looking at her like, are you getting my bed? Thank you. He's so happy.
Is this your bed?
Hang on, buddy. You got to move so we can put it here. Let us put it down. Let me put it down first. All right, Bando. Now come get on it. There you go. There you go. Oh, goodness. And, of course, he has his own little blanket that my friend Sue made him years ago. I guess 2 or 3 years. Well, I've only had him 3 years, so it had to be 2 years ago. She needs a thunder shirt. Yeah, she would that little baby girl would probably love that. So Drydocking. So we don't have electricity, and we're at one of the state parks in New Mexico, and there's a bunch of them that don't have sewage, a dump station. And so if we want to dump, we have to go into town and go to one of the RV parks or something. And that's okay. It's worth it because we're up here in the mountains and we're on the river. Y'all be sure and check Jana's shorts out so you can see that beautiful river where we are. But yeah, it's such a different mindset because the last few state parks we were at, we had electricity.
Well, since May, maybe?
Since May, yeah, you're probably right. Since
first
May.
We went to City of Rocks.
Yeah.
And then after that, oh, you're good. After that, then I think we had electricity and water the whole time. My hair's all messed up because it's been raining.
Oh, well, you got wet running back and forth. Yeah, so we've had electricity since May, and you guys in Sticks and Bricks, y'all take that stuff for granted, but we don't get to, but we got used to having it where you flip a switch. Let's see. Jenna, I hate to bother you, but can you stand up and show them the Leslie light and my RV light? So,
your Leslie light? Oh, wait.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So when you're boondocking or dry docking, you use the Leslie light, and you can go ahead and turn the other one on. She's doing Vanna White, but that's the RV light when you have shore power or electricity. You're doing such a good job. You're so funny. But anyway, we can't leave that on because I don't have much batteries with the rain, and so you have to. So you have to use the Leslie lights, and I have. Thank you, Jana.
She has just about as many Leslie lights as she does have fans.
I do. Fans. I thought you were gonna say RV lights. No. It's true. Vanna
Jana.
Vanna Jana. That's good. Do drop in Vanna Jana. Yes, Cheryl. I'm glad for you that you have hookups in that heat and the rain and everything, girl. I'm happy for you. Yeah, Kathy Decree too. Vanna Jana. That's awesome. Let's see. And they're saying hi to Bandit. That's so cute. Gatsby says hi to Bandit. you have to get used to switching between shore power and using solar power when you travel, or at least we do. So, because we will, Michael says Jenna's gone all Vanna White on us. That's true. She's all like, eh. Because you have to switch, and it's a totally different modality. It's a totally different way of doing day-to-day stuff, and you have to remember, and it's not always that easy. And even how I make coffee. So when I have shore power or electricity, I make coffee in my regular little 5-cup coffee maker, you know, Mr. Coffee maker, just like everybody else does. But when you are boondocking, I don't want to use my inverter and my solar power for something as frivolous as making a pot of coffee. So we do drip coffee. And again, at my Amazon store, you guys just remember, when you go through my Amazon affiliate link or my Amazon store, it doesn't cost you a dime extra, and Amazon pays me a few pennies on the dollar for some of the purchases. So if you're willing to do, I would greatly appreciate it. But if you want to know what I use and get some ideas of what might help you, you can go to my Amazon store and look and see what I use. And the Leslie lights are on there, and what was the Melita drip coffee thing cone that I use. And so it had been, what'd you put up there? Oh, that's my Amazon store. Y'all go check it out right there and see what all I use. And Jana too, she has one on her Amazon too. So, and she uses different things than I do, obviously. So check that out too. But I had to, because we've had electricity, shore power for so long. I mean, solar power is electricity. It converts the same, but shore power electricity, I'd forgotten. I'm like, oh my God, how do I make drip coffee? And I had to remember to get my tall cup out that the cone fits in. And it uses a different filter. It uses the V filters instead of the regular squatty body filter that coffee makers use, and you have to put a different amount of coffee in the filter. And instead of filling up the coffee pot at night, oh, that's too funny. Blue nail polish. Did somebody say something about it?
Judith.
Judith.
Says, I love the blue nail polish color.
Thank you. It's really like bright, but it makes me smile. And Jana bought it for me one day, and so she brought it. She goes, "Is this too bright?" And I'm like, "No, I'll wear it." And so I just painted them yesterday. But and so you use a different amount of coffee, and instead of filling up the coffee pot with water, you thanks Sarah and Tan and Judith. Instead of filling up the coffee pot with water, you have to fill up your tea kettle with water. And so it took me a long time, the evening we got here, to remember how to switch over to solar power versus shore power. And I am so blessed and so grateful that my RV is fully capable on both. I mean, I just don't even miss a step, whether I'm going to be at a park where I have shore power or whether I'm out boondocking in the wild or dry docking at a state park that doesn't have electricity. I'm set, and I'm so blessed for that. Now, having said that, I will tell you that the mountain rain mixed with solar power is not so bueno. I have enough power to do things like my lights and I've got my fridge and everything set on propane, and I cook with propane, so that's not a problem for solar. But
You do?
oh, y'all got to see this. So I'm gonna repeat it. Y'all watch this. Come here. I said, I cook with propane. What'd you say?
You do?
You do? She got me good. She got me
I'm
good.
ornery tonight.
She got me good. No, I deserve that. But I do warm up water.
That's true. Your coffee.
And I did make nachos for us the other night. Of course, that was on because when I'm on shore power, I use my induction cooktop. But when that's another thing you got to get used to. You got to put up all the electrical stuff like my induction stove and all of that. That all has to go away. And but I hear you, Sarah. And you have to, I cook with propane and everything now when I cook. But it's not very often. But my water heater, also, this is the first time that I'm using my water heater, Judith, on propane. Working great with shore power. My water heater that Judith gifted me works on either propane or electric. And so, again, my RV is seamless for either one. I'm just so blessed. Let's see. I don't know if they will or not, Sarah, for the affiliate links in the UK. I believe so. I just think that, that some things they don't pay that they would in the States, and the rate is different. But yeah, give it a try and I can let you know. That would be great. And be on the roads laughing. I am the master dishwasher with the water heater. That's kind of what Jana and I have worked out. We do our best to split the grocery cost on joint meals and everything. And then she cooks and I clean. And I am happy with that arrangement. No complaints here. And on occasion I will cook and clean, like the nachos the other night or whatever, but it's always, or steaks when we have, on the rare occasion we have steaks, like for my birthday. She likes for me to cook them because I have always cooked
that video's coming
steaks.
out.
Oh, it is.
Mine. I haven't done your video or your birthday video.
Oh,
yet,
okay.
So that's still to come, but yeah, she did cook steaks.
Yeah, I do simple stuff like that. Uh-oh, she's got something to say.
She does perfect steaks and she does perfect hamburgers.
Oh,
so,
thank you.
Yeah,
yeah.
I say, you want to, I did that night.
Yeah,
you want to cook for your birthday? She's like, no. I said, I got steak. She's like, yes.
She was like, it's your birthday. Do you want to cook? I'm like, no. She's like, I got steaks. And I'm like, yes. It was like a switch. I changed. Let's see. So Judith says most of the new RVs are going electric, which to me is not good in the winter with short days. It's not just that. If they are going electric and not allowing propane, that means that when you're camped like we are, dry docking or boondocking out in the wild, that you don't have propane to switch over to, which means if you're using solar for your power instead of a loud generator or something, if you're using solar for your power, like both Jana and I do, then you have to turn on your inverter, which sucks all of that juice that the solar's giving the battery, or batteries. I have 3 AGM batteries. So solar is putting energy into those batteries so you can have electricity, but you turn that inverter on and it just sucks the power out of those batteries. So you don't want to switch to electrical and have to turn your inverter on more than you need to. And if you have to do that for hot water, boy, I just can't even imagine. That would be so bad. I would never, me personally, I would never, ever, ever want a water heater in an RV that could not be propane. Now, if you can't get an electric and propane, go with propane. But I would never, ever, ever want electric only because of the kind of camping we do. If you're always going to be hooked up to shore power, park to park and whatever, then go for it. But it's like right now, we are in an improved state park.
Oh, and then the winter, you don't have to change it. In the winter,
well, they can't see you.
Well, I'm just saying, in the winter, we spend 4 to 5 months
boondocking.
Boondocking
in the wild. Yeah.
My truck camper is only propane. So
you don't have the electrical component. Yeah, and see, when we were at the state parks that had electricity, and since I've gotten my water heater, I loved being able to put it on electric. I don't have to pay for propane. The only thing I'm running on propane is my fridge at that point. Yes, and you can always cook with propane too. So good point. Pup Camper Cheryl, my dear friend, I'm going to read this. I have a friend that just bought a brand new camper and the refrigerator is only electric. They did put in 100-watt solar panel up on top. I don't believe there's an inverter. Maybe there is. It doesn't matter about their inverter with that kind of refrigerator. And I don't see how 100 watts is going to be enough. That I wouldn't do that either. Let's see. CU Chan, looking for a family of 6 and 11 pets, 7 cats and 4 dogs. I'm looking for all season. What RV that are able to carry that many people? They make RVs up to 49 feet long. CU Chan, you can get whatever you need and however much room you want to get. But that's always a trade-off, because then you get so long that there are even some roads that you can't go on. And then also you can pull a trailer. You can do a bumper pull or a fifth wheel. And they come in all makes, models, and sizes. But you got to make sure that you have the truck or van or something that can pull it depending on its weight. And then you're even longer because you have the vehicle pulling the trailer. And you start getting up into restrictions of 18-wheelers and the roads that they can be on at that point. But anyway, good luck to you. That's exciting. And Kathy says you'll always have to do DC charging. Then you run out of gas or diesel because your rig has to run to keep up the batteries up. I wouldn't ever recommend anybody having to run their rig to keep batteries up, because like I said early on in the live stream, it's very hard on your engine and it's very hard on your alternator. And it's not a good, it depends on what kind of batteries you have. And right now I'm talking about house batteries for solar panel, solar power. It depends on what kind of batteries you have, but most batteries don't like that hard hit for 15-20 minutes and then off. They like a hit and then slow input. That's why solar works so well. So it's never a good idea to run your engine to do that. And Judith says, yes, Cheryl, you're so right. 100 watts is not enough. Yeah, Judith and Cheryl are right. Norman in San Diego, good to see you. Hello to see you. I don't know what that means. So, yeah. Oh, Sarah, I get you. 12, she's saying a 12-volt compressor fridge. Now, I had a 12-volt trucker fridge in my van for 3 of the 5 years that I lived in my van, and I loved that 12-volt fridge. And it didn't take quite as much power as my big refrigerator and freezer that I have here in the RV, of course. But you have to drive every 3 days to top the leisure house battery up. That makes sense. And driving is much better for topping off a battery than just turning it on while you're sitting and letting it idle to charge up your battery, which a lot of people do. But that's not sustainable, I don't think. Mike says he sees an old troop carrier in your future, like they had in the Army or I guess they still do have in the Army or in armed forces, the troop carriers. That would work for that many legs. Yeah, I don't know how many legs that is, but that's a lot of legs. But people do it, and that's what's nice about this lifestyle, is you get to do what you want that meets your needs and fills your heart. And I had my 2 dogs in my little bitty 19-foot van, and it wasn't even a high top for 5. Well, they didn't make it the 5 years, but for at least 2.5 full years. There, that's 10 legs in 35 square feet. And so I can testify that, you can do whatever you need and want to do on the road. And yeah, if you need it, go get a troop carrier. That's a good one, Mike. But see you, Chan. I'm glad you asked, and I'm glad you're here, and we wish you luck on finding the perfect rig for you and your family, including your furry family members. So Pup Camper Cheryl says she uses propane when she boondocks, and last year she did a solar panel to keep her one battery charged. And she also has a generator if you need it. There is nothing wrong with having that generator if you need it, because you never know when it might even be life-changing. I do not have a generator, and because of my brain injury, I can't have a generator, but good for you, Cheryl. I know you've got a great setup. And yes, the solar panel you can do a solar panel to keep your house battery charged depending on how many you have. I have a total of 400 watts solar panel and 3 100 AGM batteries. You also can get one of those trickle chargers. Is that the right thing to say? And hook up to your battery. Maybe that's what she's doing with her solar panel. I don't know. You got to show me that setup, Cheryl. That sounds slick.
I think she has a solar panel, 100 watt to charge her
one battery. Okay, I got it now.
She got another battery while in the winter.
Yeah, we can't keep up with we're forgetting. So, but Cheryl has a slick setup. Cheryl says they're putting 12-volt refrigerators in the new trailers, and they are regular size refrigerators. She doesn't know how that's going to work. By 12-volt, you mean something that needs solar? Because they're not putting solar on these. Sometimes they'll put like a 35-watt or a 75-watt solar panel on your roof, but that's not good enough either. But yeah, that's crazy what the industry is doing. Nooks and Crannies, good to see you. And she says, hey, Jana.
Hey.
That's awesomeness. I want to tell you one more thing about dry docking, because it has been, when did we get here? Thursday?
Wednesday.
Okay.
Day before. She says, I need a drink.
I did. Needed to wet my whistle. Anyway, so yeah, so we've only been here two nights, I think, right?
Right.
Yeah, we've only been here 2 nights. So this is fresh on my mind, because after months of having shore power, it's taking me a while to adjust. And that's the other thing. I have to take my fridge from shore power to solar power, 12-volt. And just things like that. And I still need to go out and turn off the power on the shore power. It's not hurting anything, but I need to turn off the shore power on my water heater. I'm on propane, but I keep forgetting to turn that manual switch off. It's not a problem, but so Judith wants to know if both of our homes come with a generator. Most travel trailers do not. Can I turn her to you for a second?
Yes.
Here you go. She's going to answer that. Maybe. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom.
Bum, bum, bum. Well, I don't have a travel trailer. I have a truck camper. And most truck campers do come with a generator. Because they're self-contained off the truck. So they're 100% self-contained, basically. And most of them do come with generators. My truck camper generator runs on propane, because it can run off the truck by itself. And how would it do that? The only thing it has is propane. So it has a generator, but yeah, most RVs, bumper pull travel trailers do not have generators.
Yeah, and that's the distinction. Bumper pull versus fifth wheel. A lot of fifth wheels do, but not all.
Yeah, if it's a travel trailer, most of them don't, because most people are camping in RV parks.
Yeah, yeah. So Judith is absolutely correct. Judith, I know you have an Airstream. Does your Airstream have a generator? But most bumper pulls do not. Most, I would say actually probably all bumper pull travel trailers do not.
Right.
Some fifth wheel travel trailers have generators. Most Class B or Class B plus Hi guys, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Is somebody out there? I'm hearing somebody scraping. My Starlink's out there. I hope nobody's messing with it. I'm just kidding. They're not. Yeah, Jana can see it, but I'm not worried about that anyway. But I was just saying, and I don't know where it cut off. What's the last thing you guys heard? Can you tell me that? And then, because I don't want to.
I think it was about the generators. Fifth wheels may or may not, and then
okay.
most bumper pulls don't.
All right, so let me just repeat that I can almost guarantee you that a bumper pull travel trailer will not have a generator. A fifth wheel travel trailer may or may not have a generator, probably not, but some of them do. If you get a class B, a class C, I don't know what's happening or why. I'm back. Okay. Anyway, class B, C, or class A will usually have a generator. My old vintage class C Phoenix is a 1984. She has a compartment for a generator, but they never put it in, supposedly. The reason I say supposedly is because here's it was a DATCON generator back in the day, and it does have a little bit of elapsed time on the hours on it. And it has the start and stop button here that most of them have. But I've never had a generator in this rig, and I won't. Back in the day, they didn't have outside storage like they do now on RVs. And so I use that generator compartment for a lot of my outdoor stuff. And anyway, I just want to tell you here also where we are dry docking, because most people are not equipped with solar, and they're not equipped with 12-volt lighting like my wonderful Leslie lights. And watch this, they just pop up on the provided magnets. And so I have one in front of every RV light, and then I rotate them to keep them charged. But most people don't have things like that in their rig. They don't have the solar, and they don't know how to make coffee without a coffee pot and all of that. And so where we are dry docking here at the state park, there are a ton of travel trailers, and they all seem to have generators because they don't know how to do without it. And some people may not even want to try. And I get that. Everybody gets to do this life how they want to. But it's like, and then you have to put it outside. But what I will say about the people that are camping around us is they are being very kind and considerate with their generators. They are putting them away from other RVs. So let me back up. Let's see. Yeah, Judith, you had to buy one for your Airstream, and there isn't one for a room for a built-in one. I get that, and that's how most travel trailers are. I didn't know about Airstream, so good to hear. And yes, Bonnie, most B pluses and the industry is getting to where everything is a B plus, and so they're not distinguishing much anymore. And so yeah, and a lot of smaller and older class Bs also had generators. Sarah wants to know if we use solar generators like Jackery type power banks. Okay, so that leads to what I was going to share with y'all about the last thing I wanted to share with you about dry docking before I go on to the next subject, is that so I have had shore power since May, and you guys know that I recently got Starlink, and we are so happy. We would be having real connectivity issues here if I didn't have Starlink, and I'm sorry about the shadows. There's just not much I can do about that. But we love the Starlink, but it uses power, like electricity. So I can't run it on my solar panels. The only way I can run it on my solar panels is to turn my inverter on so that I'm using actually 110 AC voltage. And so the Starlink is, we have 3 rainy outages in a row like we've had, I would normally have enough power, but or a Blue Eddy, we both have both. We both have a Jackery and a Blue Eddy 50S, I believe it is. And again, you can go to either one of our Amazon stores and look and see what we use, and those will be listed on there. And the Blue Eddy, I'm not sure that the Jackery will, it might, but I know that my Jackery can run the Starlink. So when it is sunny, I have to make sure that all of my power sources, solar power sources, are charged. My 3 AGM house batteries, and my Jackery, and my Blue Eddy. And because I wouldn't be able to even have internet if I couldn't keep my Starlink going, but my Blue Eddy assures that, because my 3 house batteries are running low. I am at 13.0 right now, which is great, but it's just because it has come out just a little bit between rains, but it's still raining out there, so I know that that's kind of a false reading. So you just have to keep your eye on everything and make sure that you keep your batteries topped off as much as possible, that your wires and everything are connected. I need to check mine. I haven't gotten down there on the floor to check and make sure things haven't come loose, because you're traveling down the road and you're doing this even on a highway, and those terminals can come loose, and so you just have to keep an eye on everything. But you get to do whatever go wherever you want if you have all of your systems in a row. I hope that made sense. Let's see. Oh, Megan has a minivan and a 10-foot Scotty. That is so cool, Megan. Hi, Terry Johnson. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. Pup Camper says Champion has a nice generator that runs on propane, 2,500 watt. She may be buying one this winter. Keep us updated, Cheryl. We'll learn from you and borrow your knowledge. Coy Lake, hi, glad you're here. Do drop in. How do you keep mice out of your engines? You know, here's the thing. Have you already...
Well, I've been talking about the mouse.
Oh, do I want to read it first?
Well, I talked about the mouse that I traveled all the way to Albuquerque. I didn't put Albuquerque, but I drove like 2 hours. It's in the comments, but I drove 2 hours from... Where'd we leave? Las Vegas, New Mexico.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Story Lake.
Yes.
I drive all the way. She's getting us turned off the engine. A mouse run across my windshield.
Where the windshield wipers are.
Yeah, where my windshield. I was like, oh my gosh, I got a mouse.
Yeah, she brought it with her.
I drove. Yeah, 2 hours. I traveled, and so Debra comes out of her RV, and I'm like, I have a mouse. I pop my hood, and I'm just like, ah. And then it obviously fell to the ground, and Bandit went.
Bandit, the big bad bird bee hunter.
Crazy. And that mouse got in between my doolies and would
they
just
were going
go back and forth.
Back and forth. Back and forth.
Bandit
back and forth.
Go to the front, and then he'd go to the back.
And we kept trying to get Sammy to join in.
Yeah,
and she
Sammy's
was
like, what?
It's hot. What is he doing? Dumb little boy.
I think I lost it there at Walmart because I hadn't seen any evidence.
And we didn't let Bandit get it.
No,
but it was fun to watch them go back and forth, because neither one of them were.
He was trying to get it.
Yeah.
So how do you keep them out? I've had one. Other than that one, I had one. It's not a big infestation of mice. I had 3. Once I woke up one time in the middle of the night and I heard something chomping down on my potato chips. I was like, what?
Them's fighting words.
Yeah, and I was like, I think that's a mouse. And I was in New Mexico on a forest road off by myself, and well, no, actually Dan was there too, Lola and Vicky and Dan. And Dan, I think, got 5 mice that night, and I got 3. But how do you keep them out?
Yeah.
That's a topic that I guess is controversial, because I use lights under my rig. I don't know if it works. I pop my hood. I don't know if it works. I mean,
Yeah.
Anyway.
And that's the thing. So to answer that question, I can tell you from I keep moving this thing and I don't have to. I can tell you from 8 years on the road full time. There is nothing you're going to be able to do to keep mice out of your engine or your RV. It is going to happen. People put lights in their hood. People leave their hoods open. And I mean, you know, it's kind of like putting locks on your door at home. I guess it can deter a thief, but it's just, I know people that have done that. Lights on under their hood, keep their hood open, they still get mice. People put lights all around their rig and under their rig, they still get mice. People swear by some things that you can spray on your tires and around your rig, and they've gotten mice. I don't know of anybody that hasn't gotten on a bandwagon and said, I do this, that over time didn't end up saying, I got a mouse. The best thing that I can tell you is watch where you park. The only time out here that I've gotten mice, I parked by a river in grass. Dun, 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 dun. Don't do that. And it doesn't hurt to try all of those things. And people have done, I know somebody that invested in all of that, plus these supposedly we can't hear sirens, that, and motion detectors and everything. But sirens, like that scares the mice off, some sort of siren or beep,
it's a very high frequency.
Yeah,
they say
he got mice. I mean, I just don't. If you're out here,
you don't know if it works. I mean, you don't have to turn. You don't know if it works, because if you're using it and you don't get mice, then it works.
Well, but then did it, or was it just there wasn't any in that area where you parked?
Well, how many times have we been to Las Vegas, the same spot, and I haven't gotten mice, and then I drive to Albuquerque, and obviously I took that mouse with me all the way, and it showed up.
Cutest little thing.
So we'd been there how many times and didn't get mice. I got a mouse, took it to Albuquerque, dropped it off there. And then when we went back this last time, we were there 9 days or so, I popped my hood every night and I put lights under my, so
yeah.
Who knows what works and what doesn't work? So.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? It can be a deterrent, like locking your doors in your house to keep burglars out. I mean, if they want in, they're going to get in no matter what you do. But it can be a deterrent enough that they go on to the next place. And that might be true with mice too. I can tell you 100% true things and got mice anyway. So I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just Irish Spring, all those tricks. I am telling you that every person I know that had a devout thing that they just knew would work, and they tried it for years, they always get mice. So best thing I can tell you is just don't park near a river. And also watch for mounds and holes.
Say we're parked near a river.
Well, but not like I was. No, you know where the bank is? Yeah. That's where I was. Yeah. It was. In fact, it was me and Joan Rock Pringle in Idaho.
Yeah.
So, I can't say that I'm lying. It's Chris. I wonder if Chris Nomadic Stina is still on here. She posted on the Patreon KOKO Fam Facebook group. I'm a lying liar. I'm a liar. I'm a liar, lying liar. I can't remember how she said it, but it was so funny. But that's how I feel now. I got live mice in my outside compartment that Jen has since helped me seal. That's what I'm talking about when I parked down by the river.
Yeah,
I wasn't in a van. I was in my RV down by the river. And I got live mice there, bunches of them. Y'all can see that video. I go sweep them out and everything. It's so ridiculous. Judy Abernathy said, yo, that's going to work. Just sweep them out. Because that's what I was trying to do. But I did get mice in my van also. And so I did misspeak about that. I did not know that I'd ever gotten mice in my engine. I don't know when I got mice in my engine. And I'm very, very lucky that they didn't do damage, because when I went to get a full tune-up, which means they had to pull all the stuff out. I don't know about stuff, but it was in my van. And so they had to pull stuff out that they normally don't pull out. And there was a nest about this wide and about this long up underneath everything. And there weren't any mice. I never got any mice inside the van, but it was a huge nest, and it had pieces of candy wrapper, and it had some eggshells, and I mean, not my candy wrappers and not my eggshells, but they'd clearly been there a while, and I'm so blessed that they didn't chew wires and stuff. And I don't even know where those came. Oh, you found the link? Oh, that's so cool. Y'all go watch that video after the live stream. I think it's great. And I'm out there trying to sweep these mice out.
Oh, I think this might have been.
And Jana also fixed the compartment.
Is that when you got them, or is that?
I think that's when you fixed it for me.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It just says mice in my RV.
Yeah.
No. There wasn't trees like
yeah,
that.
Yeah. No, that's where I got them.
Yeah.
So she gave you the right link.
Okay.
But yeah, it was crazy. So there is I have had mice twice. Just one time I didn't know it till it was already done. Yes. She showed it to me.
The rat pack. The nest.
Oh, there were I opened that outside compartment up, and like 8 of them. They just scattered everywhere. I was like, no, don't go in my RV.
Yeah.
And they didn't. I never got a single one inside my RV. It was too funny. All right, so I'm gonna back up and catch up on comments a little bit. I think I've already done these. Let's see. What's the frugal oh no? Oh, about you carrying a mouse with you?
Yeah,
y'all, that mouse, it was the cutest little mouse. It was brown, and it had white eyes, white cheeks, and white little paws, and it was just the cutest little thing.
I guess I left it at Walmart because that was a couple of weeks ago, so I think it's gone.
Yes, Robin, and like Jana says, yes, need backups. Backups for your backup. Let's see. Oh, yes, and thank you for the thumbs up. That's so sweet, Kathy. Do drop in. A lot of people are just like, mice need to go no matter what. I always try to do a live trap, and it might be wrong of me, but I take them out in the country and I put them out where there's no buildings or anything.
I dropped mine off at Walmart.
Yeah, and Jana just provides hers as toys for Bandit, and then drops them off at Walmart.
No, when I had those 3 mice, and I know they were 3 mice because I didn't do a live trap. Sorry, but I didn't. I always keep mouse traps because.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, the first night that I had the mouse and I heard them chomping on my potato chips, I was like, really? My mouse traps were in my garage outside, so I couldn't get to them. So the next day, now my mouse traps are inside because
you need them.
Yeah, and I had I don't know, they're those foldable kind of, they're square, and I had just bought a whole, because I cooked for Sammy, so I'd bought a whole bunch of different packages of rice, and I'd bought some dried beans, and I'd bought some chips, and that whole container was full of food I just bought, and that mouse got in there and opened all those bags. I mean, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, you can't afford it.
Yeah, and so I caught one, because I'm like, where are they coming in? I don't know. So I put one under, because I don't want Sammy to get them, to get to the mouse trap. So I had one under my sink. I have a little shelf under my sink, and I put one up there, and I put a mouse trap in my basement outside where my garage is. I caught one there. Actually, I caught two under my sink and one in the garage area outside. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to say. And thank you, Janet, because I want everybody to be real clear. So I always used the live traps, and I'd take them out to the wild, away from people and everything, and houses and buildings and everything. And, but when first of all, the wake up call for the huge ass nest that was in my van's engine that I owned before Phoenix. And then the wake up call when I had so many in my outside compartment and I couldn't get them and I didn't want them coming in my house. I emptied everything out. Y'all can go watch that video. I went to the spring live trap. I don't want to be cruel to them. I don't want them dying a slow death. So I went to the old fashioned spring and didn't even know that's what Jenna uses. Went to the old fashioned spring mouse trap that, it's going to get them and they're going to die. And to me, that if you're going to kill them or anything, that's the humane way to do it. There's all different kinds, and please don't use poison or pellets and ask me how I know. Then you kill other animals that eat the mice, or that the mice just nibbled on it and then died, and they leave it out, and other animals get those, and that is a slow, horrible death. You don't want any animal that you love or any wildlife that you care about getting hold of any of that rat poison or mice poison. So, please don't use that. And I use the guillotine old-fashioned mice traps now so that I just get them. And I had to put those, like Jana said, I didn't want Bandit getting in it. And so I put them in the compartment where he couldn't get to it. Put one under my bed and one up front where he couldn't get to it, some under my hood and everything. And I finally got rid of all those mice, but none of them ever came inside. And so I was very lucky. But yeah, I will use those. And they're up here. Where is my cabinet? They're up here in my cabinet up here.
Yeah, I keep mine
inside now because you don't want to have to get outside in the dark or something and go get them.
Yeah, and I just all night they were just chomping. I'm like,
yeah, they make a lot of noise.
Yeah, and then are you gonna get in bed with me?
Yeah, it's gross. It's gross. Yeah. And that outside compartment was right under my bed, so I was like, they gotta go. All right, let me.
That's not a topic.
Yeah, well, I don't care. Well, evidently they did because they asked. So
true.
And Beth shared that she had a hummingbird get caught under her windshield wiper while she's driving, pulled it out, and it flew away. That's so lovely that you were able to save it. I've literally had one in my sticks and bricks. I used to have a patio across the first floor that covered the whole back of the house. And I had, I don't remember, I'm going to say 15, whatever, hummingbird feeders with potted plants in between that hung off the back porch. And I can't even tell you, 100 maybe hummingbirds I had. And I had one time that got its beak stuck in the sliding patio screen. Oh, it was awful. And it's like I couldn't open the screen to get outside to try to get it. And oh my God, I shouldn't tell this because y'all are going to think I'm awful. I didn't know how to help it get out of the screen, and I didn't want it getting hurt. And so I went and got a skillet. I didn't pop it, but I was like pushing it out of the screen. And fortunately, it did fly away. But yeah.
Oh, pushing its beak.
Yeah, pushing its beak out the opposite way. So I went and got my smallest egg skillet. And I was like, so anyway, yeah, it's wonderful when you can save wildlife, but mice are off that list for me. It's they got to go. And I mean, can you imagine? I just got my water heater, and it's down there in that same area where that outside compartment was, where all those mice were. Can you imagine? Judith gifted me this beautiful water heater. Jana helped me. My friend Judy helped me pull all of that off, and I'm going to let a mouse come in and chew the wiring, and I don't have hot water again. Or the same thing in my engine. I can't drive because my mice ate my
that's what scared me, is that mouse was obviously in my
your engine. Yeah.
I mean, and he's gonna do
Yeah.
thousands and thousands.
I can't
of
afford
dollars
it.
worth of-
This is my
I was
home.
like,
And
holy crap.
yeah, exactly. Oh, Pup Camper had to leave. Did you tell her bye?
Yes.
Okay, good. Bye, sweetie. Yeah, Irish Spring, electronic gadgets, cats, Beth, yes, peppermint. I've had people that do all of that and they still got mice. Not saying don't do it. I'm not saying it doesn't work. All I'm saying is that they did all of that and they still got mice. Different people using different things religiously, constantly. They were adamant about it and they still got it. And so, yeah, Beth, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm telling you that I know people that did it religiously and still got mice. I get it. Cindy, as opposed to what? Dead mice?
What's Cindy saying?
I guess when I was talking about I've had live mice once, she's like, as opposed to what? Dead mice?
Oh, I missed that comment.
I love you, my sweet cousin. That's too funny. The mouse video was funny, yeah. Bonnie says, do y'all get hungry on these lives eating cheese puffs? I sometimes wish I could snack and just hang out with you guys, but it's kind of hard for me if I could have a mouthful of food. So I don't get to snack till afterwards, but I'm glad you are. That's awesomeness. Everybody go get snacks and popcorn and hang out. Let's see. Y'all are talking about Stuart. That's funny. Yeah, glue traps would break the mouse, Stuart. It's a cartoon, I think. Animation, cartoon, is that the same things?
Yeah.
Yeah, glue traps, bad things happen with glue traps. Were they blind mice? Yeah, don't touch the potato chips in Jana's house. You know what happens to you.
That's been several years, thankfully. It's like, oh my gosh.
I can always get a pet snake to keep or eat the mice. We know somebody. Who do we know that has a pet snake?
Your niece.
My niece! Elizabeth, if you're on here or going to watch this later, my darling, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
my
she just
beautiful.
told us.
Yeah, well, I knew. I
Right.
knew when she got it.
But she just told me that story.
Yes,
so
so you knew.
Yeah.
My beautiful niece Elizabeth. If y'all watch their Rockwood Mini trailer tour, they have a Rockwood Mini Ultralight. They love their travel trailer. But if you can get to know them through there, or I just posted a video where they came to visit us and camped a couple of nights. But my beautiful niece Elizabeth, she has a corn snake. She named him Cornelius. He is beautiful, isn't he? I think he's beautiful. He's yellow and he has red eyes and he's just beautiful. But yeah, she can have her snake. Oh, yeah, no. See, let's see. Oh, Kathy says this is a sad topic. I don't think so, Kathy. I mean, I'm sorry if it made you sad, but you, if you're going to be traveling in an RV or any kind of rig, you're building out a bus. That's kind of stuff that people want to know about, and I am glad that I can't remember who asked me about it, but I'm glad that somebody asked because it is something that you can talk about, and it is just a fact of life. They're out here, and chipmunks too. So you got to remember that you might snag some chipmunks in that, which makes me sad. But it's just you have to be prepared for anything and everything out here, and knowledge is important.
Yeah, I mean, we live in the wild. Right now we're living in the mountains, and in the winter we live in the desert. There's always snakes and mice and squirrel. I mean, they know
about the snake.
Right. You never know but we live in the wildlife environment. We're actually in their domain. and then they try to come into our domain, and we're like, ah! But, so, yeah, I mean, we have to deal with the environment.
Yeah.
Environment that comes our way. It's not always pleasant.
Yeah.
Snakes or mice or squirrels or whatever.
Exactly. It's like did the bear cross the road, or did the road cross the bear's property? It it goes both ways.
Well, and that's true. I mean, even today, I know I'm in bear country, and I have to prepare for that as I walk down a trail.
When she went fishing today, she took her bear spray.
Yeah, I put bear spray on my hip to go fishing today because I know I'm in bear country. It's a good thing I didn't have to encounter that. But
yeah, so Jana, when you did encounter a bear, did you have your bear spray
with you? No. I don't think I ever put that short video up by itself. And
you'll need to do that.
Yeah.
Her bear encounter.
2 years ago, I did encounter a bear very close to me. I think I included it in a bigger video, but yeah, I encountered a bear crossing my path on a hiking trail very close to me, and it scared me to death. And I was in Tennessee. I just bought bear spray. My brother lives in Tennessee. Had it delivered to him. I carried it, and then I'm sitting at the trailhead, and I'm like, gosh, there's a lot of people here. I don't think I'm gonna need bear spray. Yeah, I left it in my truck, and I went on the hike, and what did I see? A bear cross my path. And did I not have bear spray? So yeah, I carry it a lot.
Yeah, even in our backpack fishing gear.
Well, it was on my hip.
Fishing gear.
Yeah, but it was on my hip today.
Yeah. So always.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Do drop in, had a fawn. Woohoo! We both Jana and I have had a fawn try to imprint with us. When they can't see, and their smell is they actually, here's the biologist in me. The scientists actually think that their smell is really bad as fawns up to several weeks, because their lungs are so small. They've learned that their lungs don't start growing until as they're starting to lose spots. So they have really bitty tiny lungs, and so they're not inhaling as much. If they could inhale enough, they could smell. And their vision doesn't come in until, I think, I might be lying now, but I think it's like month 2 I think month 2 or 3. Anyway, so when they're newborns and their moms leave them to go forage, or sometimes moms have twins and they'll put them in 2 different locations, just for security and to beat the odds. If something finds one of them, they at least have their other fawn left. And so historically, those that have twins will plant them in 2 different places. And people find fawns all the time and think they've been abandoned, and that's 99.5% of the time not true. But both Jenna and I have had fawns that are under that age of being able to see well or smell well. They see something moving, and especially if it's close to dinner time, you know how all animals are. It's like, feed me, and oh no, I use the wrong words. Sammy's like, what? Yeah, y'all learned on our last FNL that she can spell, and here I am using the words, but and so they, especially if it's close to dinner time and they see something moving, they'll get right up on you. Mine was within like 2 feet, wasn't yours? Yeah. And they come right up to you, and then they're like, like, you're not mama.
That's like the one I filmed. I was like, not the mama, not the mama. And he was like, I was like, no, not the mama.
Not the mama. No. Yeah, and what is that from, not the mama?
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, the dinosaurs.
Did y'all ever see that?
Not the mama, not the mama.
Yeah, not the mama.
The movie. And so they do that. And both.
It was a sitcom called Dinosaurs, animated, but it was so funny.
Yeah.
With the little baby dinosaur and
So she was saying that to the fawn that came up to her. Not the mama, not the mama.
It was like, blah.
Yeah.
So I have 2 encounters with babies that was just like,
oh. And so when mine happened, I was actually working at Goliad State Park in Texas, but it was out at my where I was living, and that little fawn came up. They, you know, and it's like, no. And so, but I knew if I just moved away quickly enough, it wouldn't be able to see or smell me. And sure enough, I did. And I got far enough away, and I turned back around and looked, and it was like frozen, like, where'd mama go? And sure enough, the mama came and got it. It only stayed in that area for a couple of, well, that's not true. I think it was in that area for about 5 days. But, okay, catching up on comments again. Let's see. Catching up. CU Chan says, did the snake or mice come to the door and ask for a cup of sugar? No, they just take what they want. They don't ask. They don't care about any kind of social manners.
That's the same thing with
Good one.
ants.
Ants.
I have been infested twice with...
This is a good story.
I have been infested twice with... at Cedar Hill State Park in Texas.
Both times.
Well, I've been there 3 or 4, but
twice. I mean, both infestations were from that park.
State park.
Do something about your damn ants, Cedar Hill.
And they're, what are they called? What are they?
Sugar ants or?
No, they're not sugar
piss ants.
No.
Black ants.
Well, I'd have to look. But anyway, I've been there twice, and if you check out a state park, yeah, definitely look at all their information about a state park, because Cedar Hill State Park in Texas, they have a problem with, almost said it.
Here, hand me my AT&T phone out of there.
Well, that might take me a while.
Nah.
I don't know where it is.
Never mind.
I
It's
don't
not there.
know where it is.
It's back by my bed.
Anyway, they have an ant problem, and they know it, and they put it on their website, and they say, bring stuff to take care of the ants. It's on you. And twice I have been infested with these ants. And where was I going with this story?
About people were
mice.
Go ahead.
Snakes, ants. Yeah, we live in their environment, and
trying to keep them out or using the spray. I think you were going to tell them about what's that powder that you can put around? Yeah,
and they suggest you buy the 7 Dust and put, because if you plug in, and I plugged in electricity, and those ants just crawl right up your electrical cord.
And they will eat electrical cords just like mice.
And so...
But instead of 7 Dust, the diatomaceous earth works.
That works too. So whichever one. But the point is, you're just in their environment, and you have to adapt, and you have to prepare, and you have to, do those things. But yeah, twice I've gotten ants inside my rig, so I've had mice and ants. So
yeah,
yeah.
But you can, unlike mice, I told you, people have tried everything and mice get in anyway. The diet, but just in case that ever happens again, because Bugs and I, if you read my book, How Being a Nomad Saved My Life, I had a horrific childhood. I grew up with bugs crawling on me as an infant and child, or early childhood. It ain't happening. Bugs and I, biologists, scientists are not gone. That's not happening. And so I don't want to use 7 dust because that can, again, dogs lick it or whatever, or you get a rain and it washes it into the creek. It can kill fish. So I use the diatomaceous earth, and that does keep insects like ants out. That I can attest to. Mike says he had a squirrel take up residence under his pickup hood last winter. Paid $400 for that little visit and stay. Did you, bud? Mike and Cindy. His
Had what?
A squirrel.
Oh yeah.
Chewed transmission sensor wire into
They're Argentine ants.
Argentine ants at Cedar Hill State Park.
There you go.
Right.
Invasive ants, and it's Argentine ants.
So see, Cedar Hill State Park puts that on their website.
Yeah.
So that's what Jana was saying about always read. Well, and I always tell you, know before you go.
Yeah.
Make sure you've done your research.
Please be prepared to treat around your vehicle.
Those ants, she's still pissed.
Well, I still have.
I know.
I think a year and a half, and I
She
still
does.
have
Every now and then
ants
he'll go
show
out
up.
crawling
I'm
across.
like,
She's
how-
like, we're 1 ant in 2
How-
months. We're
Yeah, how can that? But yeah. So know before you go. That's exactly right.
Oh, that's it. Let me see if I can catch up.
Sorry.
No,
just
I
saying,
love
I still
it.
have
I
that
love
ant.
it. I love it. No, sorry. Let's see. That was great, Mike. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, because so it's not just mice. It can be chipmunks, squirrels,
And
groundhogs. You just don't know because we're in their territory. Let's see. And to be honest, Mike and Cindy's subdivision was built in wildlife territory. It's a beautiful subdivision with all these huge 100-year-old trees and everything. So, that squirrel's like, oh, thank you for the beautiful home. Oh, it gets expensive if you let them take up residency, or if they get by you and you don't even know. Michael wouldn't let that happen if he'd known that little dude was doing that. I didn't know I had that huge ass nest in my engine either. Let's see. Judith had to leave. Bye, Judith. Love you. I know, that's what they are. They may be called Argentina ants, but they're just little piss ants. Let's see. No fire ants, Chris. Those I don't know what. Those you turn the key and you move. You just move.
These ants, because I had them so bad. I mean, twice I had them so bad that they're crawling on the ceiling. And I'm sleeping, and
she had trails of ants.
Yeah, I have trails along the ceiling as they came in. Thankfully, they didn't bite. I mean, it was just because they were all on my ceiling. I was like, twice I did this. It's like,
and they're barely.
Why would I ever go back there again?
Yeah,
but
Cedar Hill State Park's on my poop list because of that.
It's like,
The ants there are just out of control. They need, and I know in state parks, I worked for Texas state parks. I know the policy is wildlife is the supreme being in the park. You can't do anything to them. And they consider even insects wildlife, but something's got to give at that park. That's for sure. Catching up. Let's see. I'm reading. Sorry, guys. I'm reading.
Granny Bear and Gus says the only thing I got with our spring was a severe allergy attack.
That happens too. And that's something else you got to remember. When you use stuff in somewhere where somebody else is going to come along behind you and camp, I don't care how deep in the woods you think you are. Somebody's going to come along there, and they're either going to have allergies or they're going to have animals. And you know, just be careful what you're throwing around out there, because you don't know what the person that's coming there behind you might have. I also have to tell you that at Cedar Hill State Park one time, no, I'm sorry, not Cedar Hill State Park, Goliad State Park, where I worked. We had somebody that came in and they were going to do wedding photos and everything, and you're supposed to register at any state park, national park, public entity if you're going to be doing commercial things like that on property. And this photographer not only didn't register at the office, they got there several hours early, and the bride was evidently bug phobic like I am, and so the photographer, being very professional, got there early and did a bomb in the bathroom where the bride was going to be changing and everything. We had 3 people leave by ambulance because of anaphylactic responses to that spray, because they don't know the bathroom's been sprayed. We didn't know the bathroom had just been sprayed. And they walk in just to use the facilities and end up being carried out in an ambulance. So when you're camping, be mindful that you're not the only one going to be using that space 24/7, 365. Mike says he has all this critter repellent supplies. I happen to know you also have a gun, Michael. Gosh, you guys, it has been so wonderful. Do I have anything else?
Yes, you
I do still have another subject.
Yeah.
Y'all are so sweet to hang in here with me.
Bandit is a social butterfly.
Oh, he is. Right now, let me show you. He's asleep. Kind of. He's kind of snoozing. Isn't he a darling? That's his sweetest little pose right there when he's sound asleep. Oh, sweet baby. And Sammy's asleep too, but I can't turn the camera good enough to... Oh, maybe I can if I loosen this up. Let me see. She's sound asleep too. Let me see if I can show you that, and then I'll tell you about him being a social butterfly. Nope, it won't work. So, no, sorry.
It's like, no, it's all about me.
Bandit's like, it's all about me. He doesn't even know. He's out of it. Sorry, can't turn the camera to show you Sammy sleeping.
Well,
So...
It quit raining, so
Has it?
they have calmed
Listen.
down.
No.
No?
No, it has not quit raining.
It quit storming.
It quit storming. Yeah. So they're both like,
Oh,
Bandit's like, storm? There's another storm?
no,
He doesn't. It didn't bother him. He didn't miss a beat with it, but it does make Sammy a little nervous. I forgot what I was saying. Bando.
Bandit's a...
Oh, a social butterfly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are in the mountains of New Mexico. Like I said, about 8,000 feet. We're pretty high up. And there's this campground here. There's several of them, state parks, that have no, they have restrooms and trash bins and water. You have to go to the water station. But they don't have electricity or a dump station or anything like that. But there are, because it's in the mountains and it's cool and it's on this river, it's pretty crowded. I mean, it's not crowded like right by us, but I mean, there's a lot of people here. We don't stay where it's like, I don't know, urban dwelling. We'll do dry docking, but not urban dwelling. But there's a lot of people here. And there are a lot of Texans here. They all are here on vacation together.
Yeah.
Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rigs or 6.
Even the rig that pulled in today has
At the
Texas
end?
plate.
Well, he has
No,
Texas plates, but he's not with them.
No, the one in front of you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
That was yesterday.
yeah, that was a Texas plate, and I saw them carrying their chairs over there.
Oh, so they must know them too.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least
The
6 or
one
7
in
rigs.
front of that one's from California.
California, not related.
Yeah.
So 6, 7, maybe 8 rigs here of Texans, and
I'm Texan.
we're Texan, you know. But it chaps my butt because he comes up and he goes, "What part of Nevada are you from?" And I'm like, I'm a Texan too. I just have Nevada plates. But he wouldn't hardly talk to me. He talked to Jana the whole time, the real Texan. So it was kind of funny. I mean, they're wonderful, great people. I'm laughing, but that is true. It's like he still thought of me as a Nevada, and he wanted to talk to the Texan. But they're here, and they pretty much for the most part all have dogs. And over the last few days, we've gotten to know them. And last night they were all going in different vehicles into town to go eat, and asked us to if we would call them. There's this one couple that has their dogs with them that has to have AC. They've got different issues, but so they needed to leave their generator on, and they just said if the generator goes off, we could call us, because we're a little nervous because it was really hot yesterday. It was to, I think, 100, but and we're like, sure, we're here. We can do that, because we were outside doing different things. And so when they got back, we got to talking, and we got to know them, and some of the others came over, and they got to talking and everything. And they could not believe the history that Bandit had, because he was just a little social butterfly. He was so happy that all these people were coming over to our camp and bringing their dogs, and he got to meet them. Now, he wouldn't do any more than nose to nose. But just to see him be such a social butterfly with that many strangers and that many new dogs, after the past that he's had, it was just heartwarming and amazing. And as they learned more of his story, because they were asking questions and stuff, they would go get somebody else from their group and go, you got to hear this dog's story. And so anyway, he was just the belle of the ball and enjoying every moment. And Sammy was over on the bed laying there like, it's getting late, people. Y'all are interrupting my nap, my evening nap. But she would come out every now and then and say hi, and because they're like, she is the most laid back dog. And we're like, yeah, she is. She's like that all the time, just so sweet and loving and laid back. Bandit, he was all over everything and wanting to know everybody and greeting everybody, and he's just a little busybody, but he's also now a social butterfly. Oh my gosh, Jana's laughing at me because my fat camera just fell off its mount, kind of.
Well, I'm laughing at you because I hope it's not.
No. I know. I wasn't sharing that.
I know, it's like,
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can get it fixed. I think I've turned it too many times. Yes. Hold on, guys. I know she's working on it, but I think I just turned it too many times back and forth between me and Jana, and now it's not locking in place. I broke it.
No.
Yes, I
Really?
think I just broke my tripod. You have a rock in your shoe?
Yeah.
All right, hang on, guys. I got this. I think I was turning it the wrong way. I wasn't tightening it. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And it's facing away from me, so I was going the wrong way. It's good. It was operator error.
Shoot it.
It was operator error. Sorry about that.
As long as it wasn't shooting towards me.
No, it wasn't.
What do you keep hitting me for?
Why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep hitting me? God. I know. Dress her up. Can't take her anywhere. Oh my God. All right. Let's see. Somebody's
Cornmeal works on the ants. Oh, cool. Cornmeal and grits.
Why did you drop in? What's in y'all's drink cup tonight? No, this is just us.
This is what we always do.
Oh, I don't see anything about grits.
It was before that one.
Oh, okay. I missed something, you guys. I'm sorry.
I got rocks in my shoes.
I know. How'd you get rocks in your shoes? Oh, because you went fishing this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. You went fishing this morning.
Oh.
Bill Murray's email address. Oh, my goodness. Y'all, she had this rock. It's not tiny in her shoe. I bet that was hurting.
Yeah, I was like, ow.
This is awesomeness. Is there any, so that's my topics for tonight, plus what you guys wanted to talk about. Is there anything else before we hang up?
Hang up. Hang up on you.
Rocks are for Joan. Yeah, we ought to take this to her and go, we have a rock for you to paint. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys. Well, we love you. And next Friday, we hope to be able to sit outside and show you the mountains and maybe even, well, I can't walk over to the creek because I'll get too far from my Starlink. But we'll see what all we can show you next Friday because
they've got a fire going.
They've got a new fire tonight. Yeah.
See the smoke out your window.
Sarah and Tanya, thank you so much for staying up with us tonight. And happy camping. Stay cool. And that goes for everybody. We'll see you down the road. Thank you for being here. We love you. And we will talk to you next week on FNL. Bye, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.